All right, welcome everybody to our next Fierce Leader interview. Today we have Gerri Huffman with us. She is a premier wellness advocate, and I'm excited to be with, look at Gerri, she's so fabulous. I'm excited to be with her and hear a little bit more. So Gerri, why don't you kick it off and tell us how you first heard about doTERRA? And I know we all know who she's gonna say.
Well, actually, it was mutual friends, of Melissa. So some of you may know Melissa started her life as did Amy here in Park Ridge, which is where I live. And I had been part of a prayer group of girlfriends that Melissa, we all know Melissa really well. So they've been talking about going to a class, an essential oil class, and this was about almost 6 years ago. So my ears perked up because I had heard about essential oils maybe 15 years ago from a hygienist who had subbed at our office. And she used them for aromatherapy to lure patients in and make them relax and have them look forward to coming back to the office for their appointments. And so I was like, oh, okay. So at the same time, my daughter has her best friend had also been doing essential oils, and get a load of this. I thought Melissa and my daughter's girlfriend were with the same company. I didn't know. So I joined Young Living. Shh.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe you just said, I'm just giving you a hard time.
So I'm a convert. So I didn't know. I hadn't heard. I just heard essential oils. I wasn't paying close attention to the doTERRA part until I was with Young Living about a year and a half, and I'd been struggling because I was looking for extra income is what I was looking for, really. That was what Jenna had said. Her girlfriend was a stay-at-home mom, and she was making, some nice income each month. And my job as a hygienist at the time, my hours were starting to, be cut back a bit. So I thought, I need some extra income. So that's how I got into the idea of doing essential oils as a business. And then I wasn't learning, and I was frustrated with my person who enrolled me with Young Living. So actually, how I got enrolled was I was at a convention at a symposium for oral facial myofunctional therapists. And I had just become one. And so I was learning more, and I was posting on Facebook. It was downtown Chicago, and your mom reached out to me. And Melissa used to be a patient of mine when she was in Park Ridge. So she said, hey, Gerri. And then she said, hey, let's get together afterwards. I think essential oils might be something you could use in your new endeavors. So in your new career or partial career. So that's how I connected with Melissa.
Did you have what did you enroll with? What did you go with at that point?
Home Essentials.
Hmm.
Home Essentials.
Wise decision. We all wish we would have. Did you have a first oil?
Mom. That was your mom. She was like, well, I had the little bottles, and then it was like, so she said, Gerri, this, and I still remember this, such a good value. And I use this when I enroll people now, is the fact that you get so much more value for the larger bottles. So
it's true. It really is true. If you can convey that well, I totally agree. Did you have a first oil that you fell in love with? What was your gateway oil?
My gateway oil wasn't, I liked On Guard, but the one that I fell in love with was one that I ordered on my first LRP, and that was Citrus Bliss. And it really still is. I'm in bliss. I love Citrus Bliss. So I love
Citrus Bliss. I like that. I do love Citrus Bliss. I have a sweet spot for it. So you were pretty much ready to start sharing right away then, based on what you've told me about, where your brain was already at.
Yeah, I was.
You're a rock star.
Yeah. Your mom modeled too. She came and she did at our office, at the dental office, she came and she did a lunch and learn. So I enrolled in April and she came in May. So she kind of modeled for me how it might look doing classes through the office. So
that's right. So tell us a little bit, in my mind, you're just you have all sorts of amazing credentials that I don't even know the words for, but you already said when you alluded to one of them. But anyway, so Gerri's brilliant and all these really fascinating things, but tell us a little bit about how you've been able to layer doTERRA into your passions, into your careers and the things that you do.
Yeah, it's been easy to do that because I've always been interested in health and wellness from the time I was in college. So and then being in a dental office, and at the time the owner, he was, and his wife, they were on board with same thing. So the holistic look at, we don't just treat the teeth, we treat the whole body. So they enrolled as well. And then I was the person that was the like educator of the group. So it's great because one of the things that's a real with essential oils is the fact that we see a lot of people with dental erosion, so erosion of their teeth because all the different beverage, and I think I've done some of this on Fierce Oilers. So we suggest a lot using the citrus oils in people's water to help wean them off of pop and all that stuff, all the canned and beverage bottled beverages. So, and then Breathe is the #1 oil that we sell the most at our office.
Interesting.
Yeah, it helps people breathe better. We have it in a spray bottle, spritz it on a little Kleenex, have them sniff it in, and it helps open up their nasal passages so they don't gag and aren't as uncomfortable during their dental work. So it's great.
I think you've done such an amazing job of like you're such a like you're like whippersnapper. You're like on the cutting edge. You know, I think about what you were learning in college. You know, you're like 15 years ago. I was thinking about essential oils, and I was like, oh my gosh. But it's so cool to hear about the different ways that like your offices use them, and you know the breathing classes that you do now. That has really like they've been so enlightening for people. You know, my Whitney's wondering why my parents' mouths are taped shut. You know, like it's created a lot of really interesting conversations.
Good table talk.
No, seriously though, really wonderful. So tell us a little bit about what would you like to be able to create with doTERRA?
Yes, so I've been doing this as I've been a hygienist for a long time, so I know I can't continue doing that. And I like to have some extra income in my semi-retirement and then retirement as a hygienist. So now that I'm doing more with breathing and something I could see myself doing in the next, over the next 10, depends how hopefully I stay healthy with all my doTERRA products. So essential oils, I do recommend them for my breathing clients, and also for my myofunctional therapy, I use it in there as well. So it's an option that I give people for different things. So that's how I see doTERRA blending in with my other passions.
What do you feel like is like the biggest benefit that you've received from what you've been able to create with doTERRA?
The biggest benefit is continuing to know that I can offer people just phenomenal products to help them with their wellness. And it's helped me. And so it is easy to sell the product because I live the product, I use it, and it would be hard for me to live without them
Mm.
and feel the way I do. Yeah.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just another thing I think like the process for you from my perspective has been like so you've done it like seamlessly. Like it's just been such like a beautiful synergy of like marrying all those passions and the things you do. So I think that really shows very much so. If somebody were considering getting started with doTERRA right now, creating something, sharing the oils with other people, like why do you feel like now is a good time to do that?
Now is the best time because people are they've been made so aware of the importance of having good immune system. I'm sorry, I thought I had that on.
It's a
um,
potential customer.
yeah, yeah, good immune system, and just so I think this is more than ever, and so people are really looking for that more than ever. So it's really a no-brainer. It's just a matter of where you want to take it, how much time you have to put into it, whether you want to do it as a full-time business like you and your mom do and some of our other first leaders, or if it's something you want to blend in with what you're doing like I do. So.
Hmm. I love that. Is there anything else you want to share with the audience? Anything else we missed?
No, well, yeah. So one thing I found really helpful and that I've learned, I am an introvert my nature, and learning the Clifton strengths. So that's just a thread that's been going lately in Fierce Leaders. And I think that has helped me when I attended, I think it was maybe 2 years ago when we did that up in Appleton.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I did Clifton Strengths for the first time, and understanding yourself and me when I've learned more about who I am and not trying to be somebody else or getting down on myself because I can't be like you. I can't do, and just learning where I hum, and that's been life changing. So
I
thank you.
yeah. I think the Clifton Strengths Finder is so good and it really does help people understand like in a new way.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think those are wise words. Well, Gerri, thank you for sharing a little bit about your story and your passions and your expertise. I thought you gave some really good tips. I feel inspired from what you shared. So thanks. We appreciate you taking the time.
Oh, my pleasure. Bye.